When you're in there, you can feel the history of each material, you know. It's homely, you know, it's raw and it's magic, it's magic.
Hello, I'm Sian and this is our beautiful home house truck, Julio. We bought this beautiful truck in July last year, so like nearly a year ago now, of a little old Italian man called Giulio Romanelli, whose name is still printed beautifully up on the truck.
He was second owner and he used to use it as a furniture removals truck down in Springvale, east of Melbourne. It's a 1969 Bedford, so yeah, he like meticulously looked after it like the whole time. Is absolute legend.
Yeah, it feels really special to us to be able to have something that meant a lot to the previous owner and then turn it into our home. Yeah, so come on in. So this is our beautiful little kitchen. So we made these bench tops here are made out of old cypress pine. It was an old fallen tree actually up the road, and a friend of ours milled it all up for us beautifully. These are old wine boxes that we got. We got them off Gumtree and they're the perfect throw together shelving for up on the wall, so we've sort of got those scattered everywhere.
So the house is probably about 85% recycled. That's what I was sort of stabbing in the dark, but it's around about that. I mean, all the tin, the cladding was from a friend that he just had lying on his paddock. Yeah, and the weatherboards on the outside as well, that's all recycled. We've used a lot of fence palings. I've just been collecting fence palings for the last year, just from people like in and around the city, that like old fences that just would just take it to the tip, and so I just go and pick it up and they're winning and I'm winning and it's good times.
Yeah, basically we cook on this gas stove, so we've got gas bottles that are connected outside of the truck. Yeah, and we've got this 12-volt fridge, which is amazing for the solar. It uses barely any power.
When we moved up to Agari Farm like a year ago, and we're just like, all right, we're leaving the city, we don't care, we're out, tapping out. So yeah, we slept in the back of our car for a few months, and we're like, nah, this is getting way too intense. So we upgraded to a slightly larger tent that we had in the paddock.
The bare first reason as to why we decided to build a house at all was because we needed shelter. You know, we needed that basic need met.
After thinking about, again, permaculture, what are your needs? So what do you need? Before you go, I want a cob house, I want a straw bale house, I want this, I want that. You start off with what your needs are, and you work with your materials from that point, So we need a space we can move. Thought we can't get planning permits. We definitely can't get council regs. We want to build straight away. We want it to be movable. So building a tiny house just made sense. It ticked all the boxes for us.
Welcome to our lounge room. Yeah, these are our lounge room area, but they're also boxes for an amazing amount of storage, which I guess is really important in a small space, to be able to have multiple functions for things. And underneath this one is where we have all of our batteries for our solar system. Yeah, so we've got 6 batteries and 4 panels, which is definitely enough power for us. Ad and I, we really nutted out. We wrote it all down on paper in the beginning, like what is it that we're going to be running in this house? Like what are the essentials that we really need? Yeah, and so a part of that is this guy here, which is the controller. And that is actually a really, I think, integral part of living like this for me, is to have, something that's pinned up on the wall that I can look at and see exactly how much energy is coming in through the solar panels, and exactly how much we have available stored to be able to use, in knowing what my energy usage is and being connected with that and being limited by that as well. Feels really important to me. Doesn't feel like a burden.
you know, maybe I can't have a record player running tonight, unfortunately, but you know, I can't listen to tunes tonight, but I can read my book. And it's just like, you know what I mean, like being really aware of like our usage. And we used to live in Brunswick in the city for 3.5 years,
where, you know, we had our own like ensuite bathroom, and we had a spare bedroom, and we had our own big kitchen and a big fridge and a big veranda, and you know, we could have power whenever we liked and as much water as we liked.
It's funny, like you just turn the light on and, you know, put these appliances on and don't even think about it. And I mean, that's before we sort of found out about permaculture and started being more aware. But living off grid really brings mindfulness into your life, you know, and it's a really powerful aspect.
These are our beautiful stairs, also with that theme of having multifunction uses for things. These are our stairs, but they're also our main source of storage. So in here we've got our clothes and all our bits and bobs. So this is our bedroom. It's just beautiful having, you know, the 3 windows around here. We get to watch the sunrise out of this window here, and then we get a beautiful sunset through there. One thing that Ad and I are really passionate about is not having any chemicals in the house, and a lot of paints that you buy have got VOCs in them, which are just like volatile chemicals that can be really quite damaging to your health.
You walk into a brand new home and it smells like it's killing you. You know what I mean? It's off-gassing the shit out of the place, and you're like, what am I doing in here? Get me out. You know what I mean? So it's like the contrast to there's, you know, yin and yang, is dramatic, you know.
So we painted these lining boards here with milk paint, it's called, and basically the way that you make that is you buy milk and you add some kind of acid to it. So I used vinegar. It's basically to separate the whey from the proteins in the milk, so you collect the curd at the top, and then you add a little bit of lime to it, and then you end up with a beautiful white wash paint that's chemical free and looks beautiful. Yeah, so this is the beautiful floor that we did. Basically we bought offcuts from the timber yard of hardwood, and so they came as all little bits of timber, and I spent about 4 days with a friend of mine on the rip saw, like over and over again, ripping them down to 25mm thick.
One of the main things is like, for us, is just like the memories of building it with our friends.
Just such a beautiful way, yeah, to build your home for 3 months. Have people in your life who you're already close with, your friends and your family, you know, to come up and to help you to build your home.
Like when they're here, it's as much their house as it is ours, and it's so awesome.
So here, if you can sort of envisage, is going to be a sliding door, which in here we'll have our coat hangers and we'll have clothes hanging up in here. And then that door will be shut, and external to that will actually be a fold down dining table, so that will fold down like this and then legs will come down. So we'll be sat here at the dining table, and these 2 compartments here will have boxes in them that will act as storage, so you'll be able to take the lid off and store things in, but we'll also be able to sit on them and use them as chairs at the dining table. Being a small space, we didn't want to have our toilet within the house. The idea is that wherever we put the house, we will build a composting toilet that's close to the house.
As part of like a tiny house that we really wanted to live in full time, we thought, well, we really want to have a shower and be able to keep clean, you know, do those things. And I sort of designed this back veranda, like the porch area, as like a double function. So yeah, I thought, how are we going to get a usable space that's also a shower? So I decided to design this trapdoor. So that when you need to, you can have a shower And we've got an instant gas hot water system, which is just mounted on the outside of the truck. Yeah, I've just started up a business for myself, like a platform where people can come to me for consultation or design from anywhere between tiny houses or cob houses and straw bale houses, and specifically like roundwood timber framing, because I just love doing it. Like, I just love people to be able to contact me and we can have start that connection, and whether that means working together or working for them, or whether it means just like starting a connection and being able to talk about these amazing things that you can do. It's just magical to be in it and feel like the dream come true in a reality, in a physical form.
When people watch this film, yeah, I would want them to feel inspired, that you can take the leap.
Yeah, might need a little bit of guidance, but anyone can do this. And I hope like when people see this film, it gives them that push maybe to just do it, like just go for it.
Hey guys, I hope you all enjoyed this film. If you'd like to watch another film about a tiny house, you can click one of the two at the side here. Or if you'd like to help support us in making more films, you can click the link below and it'll take you through to our website where you can find out more info about donating. So thanks again for watching guys, and I'll see you all in the next film.
That's Hootie and Mary.